All right. Welcome to the very first episode of the Barstool Units show. I am Coach Doug's. With me, the Honorable Frank the Tank Fleming. How are you, Frank?
Not a fun day. Not a fun day.
Yeah, what happened?
Dolphins lost. My bets took a bath. You know, I'm at the point now where the Minnesota Vikings are dead to me.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, literally, if I pick the Vikings to lose, they win. If I pick them to win, they lose. All year.
All year?
All year.
You haven't won with the Vikings all season?
Haven't won with the Vikings all season. And I pretty much break even.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down a little bit last couple of weeks, but I pretty much break even.
Yeah, well, you're like me. You know, we do like, $5, $10 bets just to add a little excitement to the game, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So a loss isn't going to really hurt you, but it's still, you don't like losing, right?
If I was betting just for shits and giggles, I wouldn't want to lose. If I had nothing, if it was a handshake bet for a soda, I wouldn't want to lose.
I hear you. Well, I have the same issue. So you have that issue with the Vikings. I've pretty much learned to not bet on my own teams. I don't bet on the Seminoles. I don't bet on the Jaguars. I'll still do like the overs, but I don't bet on the team. Have you thought about just not betting the Vikings, or has that come across yet?
Well, I had problems earlier in the day, so I didn't bet the early games today, and so I was stuck with just the 4 o'clock games, and the Vikings are there, so I ended up picking the Vikings even though I didn't want to.
Gotcha. And like we said, we're small time gamblers here. We're just getting into it. So just $5-10 here and there. It's not a big deal. Yeah. All right. Well,
it looks like and this late game looks like it's going to be a shootout.
That's what I'm hoping for. I bet the over on it.
Yeah, I got the over on there too.
I tell you what, I mean, that's the way to go. I know people in the office talk about it, points and everything, but legitimately, like, that's how I feel. If I don't really have a strong opinion one way or another on a team, I'll just pick the over if it's a low number. That way I can just cheer on the game,
Yeah, I've never had many overs there. I never really do over-unders that often.
Yeah. That's what I stick to if I can't really make up a decision one way or the other.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs should win this game, although, well, no one's stopped anyone yet. So
yeah,
tit for tat so far. So
we'll see. Any given Sunday, right?
Yep. And the Chargers almost letting the Jets come back. It was just so funny.
I mean, the Jets have to win. I mean, I bet on them last week because I figured they have to win one game.
No, they don't.
That's exactly right. No, they don't. It's gonna be amazing if they go winless. Well, I mean, the Texans won today.
Well, I know what you wanted the Jets to win a game.
Well,
it's obvious.
I'm a Minshew guy. I have no problems with Minshew. I love his character. I love the guy. I love who he is. I love his style and everything. When it comes down to, like, is he going to be a starting quarterback?
No, he isn't.
And that's, but he's such a nice guy. He's such a lovable guy. I want him to be. But at the end of the day, I understand he's probably not going to be that.
You know what he is? If you could put a good team around him, he might make a run. He's a poor man's Nick Foles.
That's fair. Well, I mean, he did come in for Nick Foles when Nick Foles got hurt, so that's
ironically enough.
So that's pretty good description right there. Well, I hope it turns around.
The Jaguars have so many issues.
Yeah.
So many problems,
and that's why it's the idea of the Jaguars, getting Trevor Lawrence in the draft next year. It's not like it's going to turn around or anything. I mean, it's not like that's the one piece missing from the team. So the idea that they're going to get Trevor Lawrence, I'm not even – the idea of it doesn't even excite me because I know it wouldn't be a fix-all.
I mean, next week scares me a little bit with the Jets. The Dolphins today came crashing down to the earth.
Yeah.
I mean, their offense couldn't get going. Tua got banged up and pushed around.
Well, he did better than Burrow did today.
Oh, Burrow, Jesus.
That's just I don't, you just don't like seeing that.
The Cincinnati Bengals always end up getting their guys hurt like that. It's been that way since Kajana Carter.
Isn't that a reason? I think we talked about it before about putting Tua in there too early.
Well, it's a concern. But
I mean, you had Fitzpatrick in there, and it wasn't like he was losing you games. I mean, he was doing well. Y'all had a winning record. But I get it. If you want to move forward and you want to get the hands-on
you want him to get
experience.
the reps. You want to get the reps. He got a little banged up today. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Yeah.
And next week it's against the Jets, so hopefully they can beat the Jets.
Hopefully.
You know, if you turn 2 letters on the Jets, it's the New York Jest. And that's the court jesters of the NFL.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a few teams that aren't too far behind, but I was going to say the Jaguars and the Texans, but the Texans won today.
They beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
Cam Newton coming in there like the mountain climber from The Price is Right.
Yeah, yeah. 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 You can't. I get it. You can't wear something like you can't wear those eccentric clothes and then lose. Yeah. If you do that and then you tear the other team up and you're a god on the football field, you can wear whatever the hell you want and nobody will care.
Bill Belichick is going home if he's playing The Price is Right and he sees Cam Newton as the guy in The Price is Right, the mountain climber. He'd bid $500 over just so Cam Newton go off the mountain.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, that's I don't know what the Patriots are going to do. The Jaguars. It's now official. They're going to have a losing season this year. I mean, it's pretty clear it's pretty clear that was going to happen.
How the fuck did they beat the Colts in week 1?
Luck.
Well,
yeah, pretty much.
Luck. There is no luck in Indianapolis.
No. Well, it was a home game. We were wearing all whites, and obviously the Colts lost it more than the Jaguars.
Well, the Colts. I think the stat is that the Colts have lost like 9 straight week 1 games.
Really? They just
I mean, I think like the last decade they've won just 1 game in week 1 over like the last 10 years or so. It's like crazy number.
Now, how do you feel? But so I like stats, I like statistics and everything. But whenever I hear numbers like that, where it goes back a long time, I think to myself, they're not the same team. So it's a fun stat. It's like an ESPN stat. It's fun to look at and everything. But it's,
Well, yeah, the Mets in baseball have an incredible stat.
Mm-hmm.
They lost opening day the first 8 seasons that they played. Really? They never won on opening day their first 8 years. And they actually won the World Series in 1969. So they won a World Series before they ever won a game on opening day.
It's the first day. It's a long season, right? It's a lot more ball game to play.
In the 50 years since, the Mets are 39-12.
And how many World Series?
1.
Maybe you guys should start losing Maybe you guys should start losing opening day again.
There was a stretch in the Mets' history, 77-83, where they lost 90 or more games every year, except 81, which was a strike year, and they would have lost 90 games if it wasn't just for the strike.
Yeah, the strike saved them.
Yeah, well, the strike took out 2 months of the season. They still finished 10 games below 500 total. So during that stretch, the Mets won opening day every season.
You guys should just start losing. Well, I think Cohen might look at that and just start losing. He might start throwing the first game. Well, hey, you guys have a new owner. How's that feel?
Well, it's a lot better. The Wilpons were pretty bad.
Yeah.
They just, and it wasn't just that the payroll was kept low, which you can't really do. And it wasn't that low, but it was just a way of where it was just like they just did everything half-assed.
Yeah. It's like, why even own a team if you're not going to go for it?
I mean, they used to go for it, and then they got caught up in the Bernie Madoff thing, and then they got really cheap. I mean, the Madoff thing really set the Mets back, and the Wilpons probably should have sold the team after the Madoff incident.
Yeah, just get out of the way. Well,
yeah.
I'll tell you what, I've been following Cohen on Twitter. He's now verified and everything. But did you see his for Bobby Day? What he wanted to do?
I love that idea.
Hey, you're giving the guy $1 million something every year. Just bring it out, take him do a little ride around the field, give him this huge novelty check. Make a day of it.
Have a little fun with it.
And he literally at the end of it he goes, "Could be fun." Like that's the type of owner you want.
Yes.
Where he's just like, "Hey, we're here to have fun. Like why?" And that's why I say, like, why own a baseball team if you're not, or why own any sports team if you're not going to have fun with it? You know.
I mean, yeah, you got some owners that are just brutal.
I know that being a Jaguar fan, Shad Khan's a great owner and everything, but if he keeps talking about viability, it's like what are you talking about viability? We're in what, the smallest market besides Green Bay. You're worth like 4.5, 5.5 something $billion. What do you care about viability? This is a toy. Like, just enjoy it.
The truth is with him, if there was a way, if they bring back the Concorde jet, the supersonic travel, where it's 3 hours from L.A. to London to the East Coast,
New York, yeah,
you're going to see the Jaguars in London.
Yeah,
that Khan's ultimate dream, I believe, is to put the Jaguars in London.
I think any team, that would be his goal. But it's silly though, and I've had this argument discussion at least for 10 years now. Just the logistics of any team in London just doesn't make any sense for any team for travel and facilities.
You're gonna ask 60 Americans to uproot their lives, and that's about as many people on the team plus a practice squad.
Yeah,
60 Americans to uproot their lives and to go live across the ocean from their family.
Yeah,
family.
Well, yeah, exactly. And that's just the team. That's just the team. That's not the front office. That's not the equipment managers. That's not anybody. That's just the players.
You would think the equipment managers they'd probably hire locally.
Maybe I mean, possibly, but it just doesn't make any sense. And can you imagine getting traded? Can you imagine, like, you're playing in Las Vegas, you're a Las Vegas Raider, they're like, "Hey, we traded you. You're moving to London." Like, I'd if I was a millionaire and already played a few years, I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and retire. I'd pull a Gronk, like, I'm quitting anyway.
Yeah,
I just wouldn't show up.
It's just logistically not going to work until they could find supersonic make it easy. I mean,
They'll be in Mexico or Canada way before they're across the pond.
But the NFL has this pipe dream of doing it. It's a pipe dream, and they hope it happens. That's why they keep playing. Well, not this year, but the 3-4 games in London every year.
Yeah. The Jaguars were supposed to play 2 games over there this year, and that's just again, the idea of the only possible way it would happen is if they had. Logistically, if they had 8 games straight over there, and then they had like a satellite over here, like a satellite city, but even then, it just doesn't make any sense.
It's just too. It's silly.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's the perfect word for it. It's just silly. So, well, that's But hey, congratulations on the new owner. It sounds like he's going to be a great owner. I don't know. I don't know his whole backstory. I've heard things here and there where he might not be the best. Or I guess to have the most integrity when it comes to deals and stuff, but it looks like he's going to be a great owner based on what I've seen so far.
People make money. What gets me is this. It's called if a stockbroker or you and I get insider information and we become millionaires off of it. We go to prison.
Mm-hmm.
If a senator making legislation negatively affects the stock, and he knows it will negatively affect the stock or positively affect the stock, or different legislation are going to change different stocks.
Yeah,
it's called fair game.
Yeah, they'll have an ethics.
They're not. No ethics investigation. They're allowed insider trading. All stock, the congressmen and senators.
Yeah, that was an issue earlier this year when it came out. Some people might have had some insider information on how serious COVID-19 really was going to be,
and they started investing in medical stocks.
Yeah. And it was medical stocks, and then there were also work from home software
Yes.
developers.
Zoom,
Yeah.
Scopia.
Citrix, I think, was one of them.
Well, hopefully Scopia gets launched into the sun. Let me tell you,
Is that what you had to use at the courthouse?
it was one of the things I had to use at the courthouse.
Yeah.
But the courthouse had this interesting thing where if it was one type of hearing, it was done on Teams. If it was a common hearing, it was done on Zoom. And then they did it on for like bail hearings or release hearings. There's no bail.
Mm-hmm.
It was done on Scopia, and Scopia just was tons of just glitches, errors, and crashes, and ugh.
I can't imagine like you think you're about to be released, or at least you're going into a hearing to be released, and they're like, sorry, the software's not working today. Come back tomorrow. Like, what? Take these handcuffs off me, please. Yeah. But hey, you're free, right? Now you're out of the courthouse. We're good to go.
Yep. But yeah, the Scopia did not work well. It did not work well.
Yeah. So we won't have them on as an ad sponsor.
No. Zoom, had its issues too, but it wasn't awful. And Teams, of course, was done on some certain things, like the people who were in the mental hospital.
What y'all had to? Okay, so it's but they still had to go through the courthouse.
Yeah,
gotcha.
For like competency hearings and things like that. Yes, if someone's in jail and they're trying to claim that they're non culpus mentis,
mm-hmm. They're not fully there.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Nope.
Now your days are. You hear that?
Now I'm playing Jenga.
Exactly. Hey, I was there. I was doing the sideline reporting. I saw that was you made noises that scared me, honestly. I didn't know they were coming. Some of the noises I've never heard in my life before. You scared me. I don't know how. And Big Cat, I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he fixes those blocks.
I don't know how he fucking won that game.
Now did he ordered McDonald's right beforehand? I asked you after the game, do you feel like that affected your gameplay at all?
No. I didn't play badly. You make it to 40, it's a crapshoot. You get to 40, you played well.
Yeah, exactly. It's like scoring 60 and still losing.
Yeah. You get to 40 blocks. You played well. Once you get to 40, it's a crapshoot because it's the math is that it's going to fall soon.
Yeah. And any block after that's pretty much a fair block that could go.
So if you get to 40,
you can't be mad at yourself.
I mean, it's not like the shit show I had on the fucking miniature golf.
No, it's not. I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't want to bring it up. I had no cake. I had no cake at match. But yeah, how have you recovered from that since?
Well, I played a little bit better yesterday with my new putters.
Okay, and yeah, so for those who don't know, I was in New York and we played putt. What was it? Thursday or Friday? Wednesday. We played Wednesday, and I had an okay match, but you about 4 holes in, once you hit like 4 or 5 shots, you just kind of went for it. Ended up with a 10. Took a little bit of anger out on the putter. The putter did not survive. And so we have a little trophy now. We're gonna make into a plaque or something like that. But yeah, so the putter did not survive.
Now I heard you had an adventure trying to get the putter through the airport.
I did. Well, it was something I didn't really even. I mean, I've never traveled with a broken putter head in my bag before, but it was just you know how like when you're going through TSA, the bag either goes straight through the X-ray or it veers off behind where they are. And when I saw it was behind, I'm like, all right, well, like I have some medicine in there. Maybe they're checking that out. And the guy just pulls out the putter. He goes, "What is this?" I'm like, "That's a broken putter head." And he goes, "Why?" I'm like, "Well, I was playing golf, and Frank the Tank, he took a little anger out on the putter, and so they were like, okay,
we're gonna be what's the over of this game on today? That's on right now.
I'm not sure. I think it was. I want to say it was 59 or something like that.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Really? I hope so.
Oh yeah, the This looks like it's gonna be. This looks like it's gonna be a game in the 40s.
Nice.
I mean, neither team right now could stop anyone.
Well, I hope Kansas City puts. I think I have Kansas City like -7.5. So I hope they win.
Yeah, me too.
I hope they win, and I have the over. So it's a little bit of a parlay right there. But yeah, so the putt went well. So you have a new putter now.
Yep.
And you said you played again yesterday and went well.
Yeah, better. It went better.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, and at the beginning, we put out the video. Rudy came out and shot it for us, which, shout out to Rudy. He did an amazing job.
He did a great job.
Yeah, I'm so happy that he came out. That's definitely the way to go, have somebody shooting there so we can focus on the game. And
yep.
Yeah, he did a great job. But yeah, you were doing well. You were doing fine. We were playing match play, so it's not like you were down some crazy amount of strokes. You were only down 3 holes, and, we were only on the 4th hole. But yeah. Just got in your head a little bit.
I had, and unfortunately, the chip, the SD card was lost. I shot it for yesterday, and the SD. I actually played the guy who showed up, Will.
Oh, okay.
The guy in the Cutler jersey.
Yeah.
The SD card has been lost. I don't know where the fuck it was. I put it in my wallet and disappeared. I had one hole that was just where you wanted to throw the friggin' putter.
Yeah.
And we actually played Bear this time at Willowbrook.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And
how was that course?
It's a little easier than Tiger. And there's this one hole where there's a rock in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes over like a bridge over where there would be water, except the water's been drained because of its winter, I guess.
Yeah.
So I tried to hit it up the left side, hit off the rock and into the water.
Did Will go grab it for you?
Yeah. Then I took my drop and I hit it into the water on the right side.
Back in the water. That happens.
Yep.
It happens. But there's going to be plenty more of that. I had the guy who did. I don't have his name handy, but the guy who's been doing the plaques for some of the Barstool pick'ems and other things reached out to me, and he's going to be helping me with the plaques. We're going to figure it out, either do a plaque or a trophy or something. But we'll get the putter head set up.
Yeah, the putter head should be on there.
Yeah, we'll get it on there. How do you feel right now? People are saying on Twitter, you are the bad boy of mini golf. How does that sound?
I'll wear it.
Yeah, I picture what was it, McElroy? McEnroe. I picture, are you serious? And I just him and you just going at it in mini golf. I think that'd be a great game.
I'll take on John McEnroe in mini golf.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're going to be taking on a lot of people, pretty soon. We're finishing up our exhibition matches and everything, but and we're starting to work on setting up the tournament. We'll have more information on that next year.
Hopefully, all this bullshit with COVID stops, and we get the full effects of just being free and doing whatever we want, and not hearing more about the social distancing and we're all in this together.
Yeah.
6 feet apart, social distancing. You're not stuck at home. You're safe at home.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you've been at home for months and months, yeah, that doesn't go so well.
There's a certain thing called sanity.
Yeah. Yeah, we're social people. People are social beings. We're supposed to be out and about and socialized.
Yes.
But we'll get there. Hopefully, I heard the vaccine that they might actually have the vaccine ready like December 11th or something like that. Obviously, they're gonna give it to
the sooner the better.
They're gonna give it to doctors and nurses and other people first, and then they'll go to the rich people or vice versa.
Well, actually, I think the people who should get it second are governors, mayors, congressmen, senators, anyone that would try to make it mandatory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
must take it first.
Yeah. I hear a lot about this. It's weird hearing people say they don't trust how the vaccine's been pushed through, but then they say, "Well, we need a vaccine." It's like, all right, well,
I'm sort of on the fence of either side.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, the weird thing is people being so adamant about both things. Saying, "Well, we need the vaccine, but also I don't know if I trust the vaccine because it was pushed through." It's like, all right,
well, I don't. I've never taken a flu shot. Never taken a flu shot.
Neither have I. Like I had my. I guess I'm not. They call them booster shots down here. Like when you go through middle school, if you're going to be in public school, you have to get certain shots when you're like 7th and 8th grade, and those are like tetanus shots and measles and mumps or whatever.
Oh yeah, I had shots. I had shots.
Yeah, but after that, I've never had the flu shot. It's never been my whole thing is when you go into CVS or Walgreens, it's not like it's a lot of places. Hey, it's a free flu it's a free flu shot, and it's like, all right, well, why is it free? It's like, all right, but then now they're actually offering you money. They're like, hey, we will pay you $10 to take this, and it's like, if there were a lot of people taking this, like if it was a like an actual thing that a lot of people did, I feel like they wouldn't need those incentives. That might just be my ignorance on it. I'm not totally sure. But if they're having to incentivize people taking it and they're pushing for it, I feel like that means like I'm not alone in that and not taking it.
Yeah, I've never taken a flu shot. Never will.
Yeah. That's, I mean, maybe later on, like when there's other issues when I'm older and they're, but I just, and again, it might be my ignorance on it. So I'm, I don't want to be too adamant about it. But yeah, so the vaccine will be coming. We'll have our tournament, going on, if we have to start it where, before the social distancing and masks, hasn't come across, we'll do that. But it'll be, an invitational.
And we could do indoors come to winter.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, exactly. So that's actually, I'm glad you brought that up. So I was thinking, because we're gonna have to figure out what cities we want to do it in, whether we want to keep it like regional in the Northeast, or if things are still closed down, we might need to do it in the South.
Yeah, when things open up and hopefully we get more things, we can start taking it beyond the Northeast.
Yeah, but we'll figure it out. But I figure we'll have an invitational. We'll have 8 or so different little tournaments around the region, and then we'll have.
I know Chicago might be a good spot to do it.
So I don't. Yeah, hopefully, 4 or 5 months from now, maybe. But I was talking to some Chicago guys a week ago, and they said they're closing down a lot of stuff. They're not really having a lot of travel.
I'm talking down the road.
Down the road, yeah, for sure. Well, we'll get to it. We'll get that. That'll be fun. A little putt. But yeah, so that's what's up. I'm wearing our Barstool Units shirt. You can get it. Like I said, all unit shirts that we're going to make. If it's a shirt for units, then it'll be in unit sizes. This is on the Barstool shop for up to 6XL. And like I said, any unit shirts, they'll be in unit sizes. Frank, you have some shirts up on the shop now too, right?
Yes, I do. I have my incompetent shirt, and I have my shirt celebrating my Raw Dog.
Nice.
And in the coming week, we should be coming up with a new Raw Dog video I shot with Doug's was my special guest, of course.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that was fun, and it was nice to see you go in there, and they're kind of like, "Well, what do you do? You got your little hot dog hat on. You're ready to go." And they're like, "Well, what do you do?" And you're just like, "Listen, I got this many viewers on YouTube. I got this many people on Twitter. I want to try your hot dogs. Come on, let's do this." And you just kind of talked them into it. They were like, "All right, let's do it."
But yeah,
it's fun to see that.
I mean, this is a new place. They can use the publicity.
Yeah, for sure. And they were nice about it, and they were good hot dogs. So I'm excited to see how that video turned out.
Yeah, good there. Very good hot dogs.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll be hopefully coming back up there in a week or so for another week, and we'll play again. We'll have to go the American Dream.
Yeah, but we'll try to get in there. We'll see. We'll see how the weather was. Saturday was 61 here. That's
nice.
If
nice golf weather.
If we get 61 degrees, I'm not going to go playing golf inside.
No. If it's nice outside, we'll do it outside.
I mean, we went out there. It was 39 degrees and windy.
Yeah, well, it is the wind that gets you. Like I can deal with cold, but the wind just coming through. Thank goodness you got me your jacket.
I mean, yeah, that was very helpful. Because I took my jacket off because I couldn't. I tried to just change up my mojo or something like that.
Yeah.
Because every time I hit the fucking ball, it would just like skip like a fucking stone against the friggin' water. It's just like hitting a fucking rock and then it end up in the fucking rocks.
Yeah. You went out of bounds quite a few times, but It happens. You had a bad day. Like I said, when you broke the putter, I was like, this. I think you have officially became a golfer. You know, I think a lot of people have that. A lot of the comments I saw on the video were like, this is me. Like this is me on a normal golf course. Like I think a lot of people have those frustrations. I know a lot of people have broken golf clubs. I think at that moment you joined the fraternity of golfers.
I mean, just no matter what I did, it just didn't work.
That's golf, man. Even on the miniature, you know. But it was fun. You still have fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So yeah,
better than sitting and listening to a sentencing hearing.
Yeah. Well, and that's the way I'm looking at everything. I mean, I have I still talk to a lot of people I worked at DB with, and they're talking about what's going on there, and I'm just like, I'm so far removed from that, but it still hasn't hit me. Being in the office, I told people it was kind of like you've seen Rookie of the Year?
Yes.
The movie? Yeah. When he walks into the clubhouse the first time and he's just like looking around and everyone else is like, they're just like, everyone else is in their own, they're all working, they're all doing, getting ready for the game and everything. And he's just like stunned, like, oh, that's that person. That's how I felt in the office. Like, even though I've been in there for like a week and a half or so, I'm still walking past people. Like, I can't believe I'm here right now. And so it hasn't hit me. I feel like the luckiest person. And so I hope you feel the same way.
If you ask me, Rookie of the Year might be one of the worst baseball movies ever.
You and Brandon Walker probably agree on that. I was a kid when I first saw it, and so there's a lot of nostalgia about it.
Now,
I don't need the whole plot to make a lot of sense.
The part that just pisses me off, besides the fact that he had to beat the fucking Mets, so that probably
potato. Yeah.
When he drops the baseball on the mound.
Mm-hmm.
And then throws the guy out trying to steal second.
Yeah, like a professional baseball player wouldn't do that.
It's a balk.
All right, so there you go. So that's okay. So that's your issue with it, is that technically
it's a balk. I've seen it. If you drop the baseball with a runner on base, I saw it this year. It happened when the Mets pitchers dropped the ball. The ball slipped out of his hand when he was going into the stretch. It's a balk.
Just automatically take
automatic balk. If you drop the ball with a runner on base, it is a balk. No gray area. It's black and white.
Now, could that rule have changed because Rookie of the Year? Maybe that wasn't a rule before the movie.
No, it's been a rule for forever.
That's fair. I know that was a big another horrible sports movie, Joanna Man. I remember that. I remember that was a big deal because at the end of the movie, he dunks the basketball, and at the time, that's what I was saying. Maybe it's rule change. At the time that movie came out, dunking was not allowed in the WNBA, and so not only was it just a horrible movie.
No, dunking's never. I don't know if dunking's ever been banned in the WNBA. There's just never actually was a woman until like the last 20 years that could actually dunk the ball.
I remember. I could be wrong. I just remember Ebert and Roper, or Siskel and Ebert back in the day, I think. I just remember it was a big deal. They were saying that would not have happened in a WNBA game because of a rule. I could be wrong. I'll have to get the fact checkers on that. But
all right. The dunking was actually banned in college basketball.
It's
like one player made it banned.
Why?
Because he was too good.
Okay, gotcha. So it's like the T-Rex NASCAR, like the Jurassic Park NASCAR car.
Yeah,
I don't know if NASCAR car is the right way to say that, but yeah, so he was just too good, and they're like, we can't have this happen.
And when Lou Alcindor came to the NCAA, and of course that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar now,
mm-hmm.
He was so good in high school that the NCAA said that it would be too unfair to have him dunk. And they banned dunking because of him.
That's gotta feel good. If you're a player, you're so good. They're like, we have to change the game because you were too good.
You ever watch a hockey game?
Yeah.
What do you see behind the net? Behind the goal? That trapezoid, right?
Well, the plexiglass. What do you mean the trapezoid?
Well, behind the goalie's net is a trapezoid.
Okay.
And the goalie cannot really skate the puck out beyond that trapezoid.
Yeah.
That's because of Martin Brodeur.
What happened with that?
Brodeur was so good at stick handling, he actually became almost an extra defenseman sometimes. That he could like take control the puck with his blocker, his stick, and like just like to create offense.
Gotcha.
So and it was like where someone would shoot the puck in and Brodeur will skate out and just like send the puck down the other way. And there were no offense, whatever I could get started. Brodeur was so good. I mean, I think I might have seen Martin Brodeur play at least 100 games.
Yeah. We'll have to look into that and like figure out get a list of athletes that were so good they changed rules had to come in and change.
And then people tried to say that Martin Brodeur was not the greatest goalie that ever lived. They actually changed the rules based on Martin Brodeur.
Yeah. I feel like you're going to go down in history for that if they have to change the rules because you're so good at it. Well, we'll have to do some more research and get a list of names and do like a little series on that. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed my time up in New York, and I'll be back in a week or so, and we'll play some more putt-putt. I was able to do some Doug's Den with KFC. That actually went really well. Put it up on YouTube, and
well, maybe one day I'll get enough clutter out of my apartment, or when I finally move to a new apartment, which I'm going to move sometime next year. I got to get out of this place. This place is so just. I feel so cramped. I can't. I have shit coming everywhere. I don't even know where to put half my shit anymore.
Yeah,
I'm just completely cluttered and cramped, and I'm just. Yeah. I tried to clean my floor today. I live streamed that and blew the motor out of my spin brush, and I mean it's just.
Yeah, well, you're getting so many packages. You're getting so many unboxings. I imagine you're getting lots. I saw that Marino jersey. What was that about? Who sent you that?
Some fan. It's just I got great fans.
That was amazing. I saw.
The only sad thing is I just don't know where to put it. And I don't want to put it on the wall because they don't really like me put nails in the wall, and I don't want it to break. So right now I just got it resting behind my TV, and I get to look at it whenever I leave. And I'm looking at it right now, kind of. But
that's a nice piece. I mean, that's. You can tell they put a lot of effort into that. That's a full frame jersey and autograph.
I mean, and some pictures in there. Mm-hmm. I just want to. Once I finally get into a better apartment, I'm just going to put it like central, right into wherever I want to be. It's going to be like the centerpiece of the wall.
Yeah, it should be. It's a beautiful piece.
I mean, it's just great, and
you got good fans, that's for sure.
Yes, I do. They're the best fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, like I said, I'm just so cluttered over here. But behind me in this closet here are tons and tons of baseball cards, complete sets in binders.
Yeah, we'll definitely take a look at them. I've got cards seem to be the main thing, but we're going to be looking at a whole bunch of different collectibles. Cards. Hockey pucks, bobbleheads. I know you got some bobbleheads, helmets.
I got tons of bobbleheads. How about every Mets yearbook from every season the Mets have ever played?
That's a heck of a collection. Just keeping track of them and making sure you get one from every season.
I mean, there used to be a time when they came out with 2 or 3 different editions a year.
Mm-hmm.
But I have the 1969 Mets yearbook, which is valuable. I have the 1962, which is the first season, has a little baby on it. And you know what's become valuable lately? The 2000 Mets yearbook.
Why is that? Was that the Subway Series?
Subway Series year, but they have a section in there, players and the Mets family.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to find the book, but there's a star quarterback that was in that yearbook.
For the Mets.
He didn't play for the Mets.
Well, no, but he was a star quarterback. Oh, he's like a family member?
Yes.
Who was that?
He's actually playing tonight.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Little Patty Mahomes?
Little Patrick Mahomes, he was like 5 years old. His father was on the Mets for 2 seasons.
How about that? And so now that it's amazing how Patrick Mahomes is he's blowing up as far as his rookie cards and everything. They've just been going up and up.
So there's like a picture in the yearbook of Patrick Mahomes was like 5 or 6 years old.
And it's a patch. It's like a syndicate, or it's a side effect of how everybody wants Patrick Mahomes stuff. So even a picture in a Mets yearbook, that's something. Well, we'll definitely check out the cards and more. Like I said, Doug's Den is going to be pretty much. We're going to be checking out man caves and anything that goes into them.
Well, once you get up here, I can show you some good places, good card places. The COVID has stopped it, but hopefully next year, when if things get back to normal, they have a card show in Garfield, New Jersey, every Sunday. No, not every Sunday, but every other Sunday. Like the first Sunday of the month, the third Sunday of the month, and the fifth Sunday of the month. There's a fifth Sunday of the month.
Yeah.
At this Boys and Girls Club in Garfield, New Jersey, and they have tons of cards there.
Okay, yeah, I'm all about that. They've just started having card shows again in Jacksonville and around here, so I'm all about it. Those are a lot of fun. We'll definitely check those out. I mean, I'm going to be moving up there hopefully in May. I was thinking about maybe coming up after summer, but the more time I spend in the office, the sooner I want to move up there. But I definitely do not want to move up there in the winter. So it'll be
hawk.
There you go with those Jenga sounds. Be careful now, but yeah. So I'll get up there, as soon as I can. As soon as it starts getting a little bit warmer next year. But I'll be up next week. We'll play some more mini golf, and I'll be in the office. And we'll have a fun time. It's just a couple of units having a good time. Well, let's finish this up. Who do you have for Monday night tomorrow night? Are you betting tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll probably bet the game.
Yeah, who are you thinking about taking?
Buccaneers.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have any more games like they did against the Saints. So I feel like that might be a solid bet.
I can't believe what the Saints did to the Falcons. I thought they were going to lose that game. I thought it was a total mistake to start Taysom Hill. And
I'm there with you.
Jameis Winston actually, if he could straighten himself out and just stop throwing interceptions, he's actually not a bad quarterback.
No, and if you look at his numbers when he was in Tampa Bay, his numbers compared to like Peyton Manning's first 5 years in Indianapolis, they're not that different. Peyton Manning,
he just threw too many interceptions.
Yeah, and so, but I think if he gets another chance, he could easily be another starting. He could be a starting quarterback for years to come.
Yeah, he could resurrect his career.
I think so too. In fact, I'm betting on it. I'm buying his rookie card still because I think he's going to come back.
To me, Drew Brees is done.
Yeah, well, I that's why I thought they brought Jameis in. I thought they were kind of, he'll be the quarterback in waiting.
Drew Brees might win a Super Bowl this year, but I do not. I think this is it. I think that I really truly think that this is his last year.
Yeah, I could see it. I didn't going into the season. I didn't think it would be this year. But I mean,
well, he's 41. Come on.
Yeah, and I think what does he have? Like 11? They said 11, or 7 or 11 fractured ribs or something like that.
He might go to the Super Bowl. He might win another Super Bowl, and especially if he wins the Super Bowl, he's going to retire.
Just go out on top. That's what you got to do.
He's a great quarterback, Hall of Famer. But you could see the play beginning to diminish.
Yeah. Well, they've got Jameis Winston there. I thought they were going to bring him in, and I don't know. We'll see how they handle that. But
the Saints, if they didn't have people like Camera and Michael Thomas, they wouldn't be any good.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be able to do this. He wouldn't be able to carry this team. They're just loaded.
Yeah. Well, we'll see it. We'll see how it plays out. But I'll be back in New York. You gonna be in the office next week?
Well, I'll be in the office. I'm gonna try to get in the office maybe 3-4 days a week, depending on what the week is about.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Frank, this is the very first episode of the Barstool Unit show.
Seems like we've been doing it for a month.
Doesn't it seem like that? Well, let's go and finish it out. Frank, take us out.
Well, this is about being a unit. It's Thanksgiving week, so gobble to you wobble.
There you go. There you go. See you next week. I'm Coach Doug's. That's Frank the Tank. We will talk to you next time.